realized my family only calls me when they need money. The first time it happened, I told myself I was overthinking it. The second time I made excuses for them. By the 10th time, I couldn't ignore the pattern anymore. I realized my family only calls me when they need money. For context, I'm 32, live in Ohio, and work as a project manager for a mid-sized construction company. I'm not rich, I don't drive a luxury car, I don't post flashy vacations online, but compared to the rest of my family, I'm the successful one, which apparently translates to the emergency ATM. Growing up, we weren't well off. My parents struggled and money was always tight. I started working at 16 bagging groceries, mowing lawns, anything I could do to help out and save for community college. I paid my own tuition, took out loans, worked nights, I built everything I have from scratch. When I landed my first real job after graduation, my mom cried. My dad shook my hand like I just won a championship. For a while, it felt good being the one who made it. Then the call started. At first, it was small. Hey honey, your brother's short on rent this month. Just until payday, sweetie. The car needs repairs, we're in a bind. Can you spot your cousin a couple hundred? He's had a rough week each time I sent the money. No hesitation, I told myself. This is what family does, but something started bothering me. They never called just to talk. No one asked how I was doing. No one remembered my promotion. No one checked in after I mentioned I'd been dealing with anxiety. The phone would ring, I'd see their name. And before I even answered, I knew it was never how are you? It was always, can you help us out? The moment it really hit me was last Thanksgiving. I drove 3 hours to my parents' house, brought a pie, helped set the table, tried to make conversation. My brother barely looked up from his phone. Halfway through dinner, my dad cleared his throat and said, so he didn't want to bring this up today. But since you're here, I felt it in my stomach. They needed $2,500. My brother had maxed out a credit card again. I asked him what it was for. He shrugged stuff. That was it, no explanation, no embarrassment, just expectation. When I hesitated, the mood shifted. My mom's smile faded. My dad's voice got tight. Well, you're doing well. He said we're not. It wasn't a request, it was guilt. I went outside and sat in my car for 20 minutes. That's when I realized something painful. I wasn't their son anymore. I was their solution, every financial mistake, every impulse purchase, every rough patch. I paid for it over the next few months. I decided to test something. I stopped initiating contact. I didn't call first. I didn't text first. I didn't send random just checking in messages. 3 weeks passed, nothing. And my phone rang, Mom. I let it go to voicemail. The message was almost predictable. Call me back, sweetheart. We need to talk about something important. I waited a day before calling back. After 2 minutes of small talk, she got to the point. The washing machine broke. I said something I'd never said before. I can't help this time. Silence. Not confusion, not concern. Just silence. Then came the disappointment. Well, I guess we'll figure something out. Her tone changed cold, distant. We hung up shortly after, and here's the part that hurt the most. She didn't call again for 2 months. Not to ask how work was going. Not to see if I was okay, nothing. It forced me to face a hard truth. I had trained them every time I bailed them out. I reinforced the idea that I would always be there financially. I thought I was being generous, supportive, loving, but what I was really doing was enabling. Last month, my brother texted me at 11:47 p.m. I need $800 ASAP. It's urgent, no hello. No context, I replied. What's going on? He responded. Just send it, I'll explain later. That was the moment something shifted in me. I didn't argue. I didn't lecture. I just wrote, I'm not sending money anymore. I'm happy to talk. I'm not funding emergencies. He left me on red 2 days later. My dad called. He said I was being selfish. That family takes care of each other. That I changed. Maybe I have. Because here's what I realized. Family taking care of each other doesn't mean one person carrying everyone else forever. It doesn't mean love equals unlimited access to my bank account. It doesn't mean guilt is a payment method. I started therapy recently, and my therapist said something that stuck with me. Financial boundaries are still boundaries. Since I stopped sending money, contact has dropped dramatically. No surprise birthday calls. No random check-ins. No Sunday chats. It hurts. I won't pretend it doesn't. But there's also relief for the first time in years. I don't feel that knot in my stomach when my phone lights up. I'm saving more, sleeping better, planning my own future instead of constantly patching everyone else. Part of me still hopes one day they'll call just to ask how I am. Not because they need something. Not because they're in trouble. Just because I'm their son. Until then, I'm learning that sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is say no. So now I'm wondering, was I wrong to cut off the money? Have any of you dealt with being the family bank? Did setting boundaries cost you relationships too? I really want to hear your experiences. Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every comment.